For any of you who want to get into analog gear and work with it in Ableton, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I personally do a lot of my sound design through Ableton. So I will a lot of times use stock devices in Ableton, and a lot of times I also will go out of the box in Ableton. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And I'm going to actually do some analog processing right now. I don't know if you guys can see, but right here I have a bunch of guitar pedals and little devices. In my other studio across the hall, I have some of the big boy stuff. In here, there's some cool like guitar pedals and little effects that I've built. Let me show you guys an example. We're going to load up Ableton. All right, let's get a snare, like a trap snare. Let's get this. What I want to do is take the snare and send it outside of Ableton. I want it to go through some guitar pedals and then back into Ableton so I can resample it. There's a device in Ableton called External Audio Effect, and there's nothing on it. If I turn it off, you can hear just the snare. If I turn it on, you hear nothing, because we have to tell Ableton where to send it. In this studio, I have an Apollo set up for the output. So I want to send it out through the Apollo. So I'm going to send it to output 2, and I want to bring it back in to my RME converter. So I'm going to bring it into input 2. Now it's sending it out and it's coming back in. Everything's bypassed, but it's going through all my pedals. So check it out. I'm going to show you guys what it sounds like through some of the pedals now. So it's going out through External Audio Effect into the pedals back in. So I'm going to click it on, and that's what it sounds like going through the soft clipping pedal. And I can adjust it. There you go. It's a little quiet, so we can turn it up. If the signal's too quiet coming back in, you can adjust this gain. I have several pedals here. I have a ring modulation pedal, a soft clip pedal, I have a warped vinyl pedal, a reverb pedal, I have a tube pedal, and I have LFO pedal. So I have a bunch of pedals here, and sometimes I run stuff through it. This isn't normally what I do, but I just want to show you guys one way you can do it. So listen to the difference. That's going through the soft clip pedal. This is without it. It's a sound you cannot get in the box. So I definitely recommend playing with analog gear and seeing what cool stuff you can come up with. That's running a snare through it. Let's try running a melody through it. Let's get a melody from Drums and Knock Volume 5. Here we go. Now, as soon as I drag it here, you can see the External Audio Effect is still on. So let's run it through some pedals and see what we get. I'm gonna loop this up. We're gonna also turn it up, make it louder. All right, so first I'm gonna run it through a ring modulation pedal. Check this out. So this is through the Moog ring modulation pedal. I'm gonna start playing with the dials a little bit. This is the tone dial. It's a certain kind of effect, but it's dope. Now I'm gonna run it through a lo-fi pedal. I'm gonna take off the ring modulation pedal now. Now we're gonna run it through a reverb pedal. Now we're gonna run it through an LFO pedal on top of that. That's just an example. You can get different flavors from it. Definitely good for getting different ideas. Look, I mean, a lot of this stuff you can do in the box with Ableton, But once you start playing with analog gear and pedals and all that kind of stuff, it can really just give you a different sound that you wouldn't normally think to get inside the box. That's definitely something I like doing. I like running out from Ableton through analog gear with an external audio effect and then coming back in. How many of you guys do that? I wanted to show you guys how to do this because it's been something that people have asked, how do you get out of Ableton and back in? So I just showed you guys how to do that.